Nakascore na naman si PBBM na mga investments, mga kotsero. This is very good news, mga kotsero. At pag-uusapan natin yan ngayon dito sa video na ito. Ano hang naganap? Ito ho kasi ang ganap, mga kotsero. Ito sabi sa balita, kanina lang ho ito. PBBM secures over 672 million US dollars investment pledges in APEC participation, mga kotsero. Good job, Mr. President. Palakpakan, one more time. Isa pang round para sa ating Pangulo. Yan. Okay, good job. Panoorin natin yung video ng kanyang speech kanina para makita natin kung para ma-update din tayo sa mga ganap doon sa APEC Summit.
I have just concluded a 6-day visit to San Francisco, Los Angeles, in California, and in Honolulu, Hawaii. In San Francisco, I joined the leaders of 20 other member economies of APEC and 13 IPEF member countries for the 30th APEC Economic Leaders Meeting and the second IPEF Leaders Meeting, respectively. I also held separate meetings with President Xi Jinping of the People's Republic of China, Peruvian President Dina Ercilia Boluarte Segarra, who is the incoming chairman. Peru is the incoming chairman for APEC for next year.
Okay.
U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, and the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command Commander Admiral John Aquilino. Our discussions were, of course, very productive, with innovation, resilience, sustainability, and inclusiveness as cross-cutting themes that are buttressed by our commitment to further strengthening cooperation and to address challenges that are common to all our economies, both economic challenges and security challenges. These reinforce my discussions with leaders during the APEC Economic Leaders Meeting, in which I pushed for our priorities in clean, renewable, and just and accessible, affordable energy, food security, health systems, digitalization and digital transformation, and digital inclusion of MSMEs, and of course, climate action through regional cooperation. We identified concrete ways forward, as reflected in intergovernmental agreements concluded during the visit. One of the most important is the signing of the so-called 1-2-3 agreement, which is a civil nuclear cooperation agreement with the United States. This paves the way for potential nuclear power projects with American providers, as well as for streamlining licensing requirements for the private sector with respect to investments on nuclear-related intangible transfers of technology, while ensuring the highest standards of safety, security, and safeguards. This will...
By the way, ito maganda tong naipasok ni Presidente ngayon na investments, no? Dito sa nuclear energy. Matagal na natin kailangan to. Dapat noong 1982 pa lang meron na tayo nito. Pero mga kotsero, ngayon lang nagmamaterialize. Alam naman natin yung nangyari sa Bataan Nuclear Power Plant, and the amount needed para i-reopen yun is really too expensive. 2.3 billion US dollars. That's too much. And siguro, moving forward, mas maganda na nga rin yung smaller modular nuclear power plants. Para maganda na din yung regional yung application. Tapos regional sila na rin pipili kung saan nila gusto ilagay, 'di ba? Para mas safe. And mas mababa din yung pushback galing sa mga residente, 'di ba? So this is really a good This is a good development, no, coming from the APEC Summit.
Will bring us closer to our vision of a more energy secure and green Philippines. We must commend both teams, both from the Philippines and the United States, because it is my understanding that this 1-2-3 agreement that the U.S. has signed with the Philippines was done in the fastest time that a 1-2-3 agreement has ever been done. And that is why we have to congratulate both teams and for a job well done. And thank you to the United States for the support in this matter. It will serve as an important mechanism to improve supply chain transparency and to enable sustainable industry development with respect to critical sectors and critical goods. It will also enhance the role of workers and the promotion of labor rights. The agreement provides a framework for mobilizing sustainable investments and technologies and knowledge transfers from IPF partners, including the United States, to the Philippines. I also met a number of U.S. companies that are looking to enter Philippine markets, as well as further expand those that have an existing presence and operations in our country. Among them, since we were in San Francisco, we met with leading technology companies and investors from Silicon Valley.
Wow.
Our discussion focused on our vision of technological inclusivity and shared growth. So I look forward to the continuing collaboration between our agencies and these companies as we adapt to emerging technologies such as the generative AI to ensure that our regulatory framework and workforce development programs are responsive. Embracing the use of advanced technologies in the Philippines, we concluded a number of public, private, and private sector agreements with U.S. companies. The DOST and ATMO, are partnering on an AI-powered weather forecasting system that will help the Philippines help build resilience to climate change. Stranis and Orbit Corp have joined forces to bring reliable internet connectivity to unserved and underserved areas in the Philippines. This $400 million partnership will be a catalyst for economic growth and digital transformation in the energy sector. Essentially, what that project is about is that now the Philippines is launching a satellite dedicated for the Philippines alone.
Woo!
Increase the coverage of the coverage of our internet providers.
I'm thinking parang Starlink to. Yung satellite-based internet. Si Starlink ganun eh. So, siguro yung ating mga internet providers, si PLDT, si Globe, si Converge, will also start developing yung technology ng paggamit ng satellite for internet connectivity. Ang advantage po nito, mga kotsero, hindi mo na kailangan ng kordon. Hindi nyo kailangan ng poste. Ang kailangan nyo lang, lugar na makakasagap ng satellite feed. So, clear skies, etc. Yun lang ang kailangan mo dyan. Mataas na poste rin siguro para lagyan mo ng dish, di ba? So, I guess ito yung next step, the next logical step for the digitalization ng Pilipinas, no? Yung itong pag-launch ng si Agila to yung Agila satellite.
And by the way, we named the satellite Agila.
Ayun, Agila.
In the energy sector, Ultrasafe Nuclear Corporation and Calco are undertaking pre-feasibility studies on micro-modular reactors. This partnership is a significant step towards exploring clean and sustainable energy for the Philippines. The energy sector is a cornerstone of the country's industrial growth and development, and the government is continuing to be committed to finding ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to increase resilience to climate change. We were able to sign that pre-feasibility agreement simply because the 123 agreement with the United States had been perfected, and that now gave us the green light to continue with those projects that have really been in the offing, waiting in the wings for the 123 agreement. In the pharmaceutical sector, Lloyd Laboratories and DifGen Pharmaceuticals have formed a joint venture for the product development and export of pharmaceutical products to the U.S. The Philippines is emerging as one of the fastest growing pharmaceutical markets in Southeast Asia, and this joint venture is a significant step towards expanding the country's local production share. In the healthcare sector, AC Health and Varian have embarked on a groundbreaking partnership to improve access to quality cancer care in the Philippines.
Nice.
It reflects the Philippines' growing potential as a leading healthcare destination in Asia. Altogether, we return to the Philippines with more or less $670 million in investment pledges that have the potential to create thousands of.
Woot, woot.
We look forward to seeing more of these partnerships materialize in the months ahead, especially with the visit of the high-level U.S. Presidential Trade and Investment Mission in March next year.
Nice.
And we are also co-hosting the 2024 Indo-Pacific Business Forum. Just as an explanation, the high-level business delegation that is coming is a delegation that was formed by President Biden himself, and
nice.
the request of the Philippines to explore the different opportunities for investment and for operations here in the Philippines, especially in the targeted sectors that we have been speaking about. And this is, in fact, a new feature, as there has never been a presidential high-level delegation to any country before. And that is, again, because of our continuing strong partnership with the United States. Of course, my visit would not have been complete without engaging with our kababayans in the Filipino communities around the cities where we visited. I had a great pleasure to meet about 1,000 of our kababayans in each of the 3 cities that we stopped at, including those from neighboring states, all the way from Alaska, Arizona, Nevada, Oregon, Texas, Washington State. They came all the way to be with us both in San Francisco and in Los Angeles. As ever, I thank them for their valuable contributions to their communities in the Philippines and in the United States, including the political achievements of some Filipino Americans. The good words said of Filipinos around the world makes me once again proud to be a Pinoy. I encourage them to unite and to work with us towards building a stronger and more resilient Philippines, tungo sa isang bagong Pilipinas. And this morning, or at least that's what it feels like for me, earlier today, I capped my visit with a speaking engagement at the Daniel Inouye Asia Pacific Center for Security Studies, where I shared my reflection on the most crucial challenges to our common aspirations of a peaceful and prosperous future for the Philippines and the region, securing the peace in the West Philippine Sea, and securing strategic sectors and critical infrastructures up to and including cyber security and strengthening of our digital space. Despite the evolving and complex challenges, my message was one of optimism, that together with the U.S., our oldest and only treaty ally, and our growing network of other partners, we will be able to bring peace, stability, prosperity to the Indo-Pacific region, as long as our partnerships are based on mutual trust and respect for one another as sovereign equals, and that our actions are anchored in international law, including the UNCLOS and the 2016 Arbitral Award. Maraming salamat at magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Yun. Good update. Okay, puntahan natin yung what do you call this? Yung mga sinabi ni Presidente. So, $672 million investment pledges ang na-secure ng ating Pangulo sa kanyang APEC visit. Okay, so, yan. 672,300,000 in investment pledges from various sectors during his successful participation in the 30th Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation meeting and related activities. Okay, gusto ko ito makita kung yung breakdown. So ito yung breakdown pala, guys. The investment pledges secured by President Marcos are as follows: $400 million for telecom sector. Laki, no? 400 million. Kasi malamang sa malamang, yan yung satellite. So, kaya medyo malaki. Ikaw ba naman, papalipad ka ng satellite malaking halaga talaga yan. $250 million for semiconductor and electronics, $20 million in pharmaceutical and healthcare, $2 million in AI for weather forecasting. Ito, ang ganda nito. Ako, parang interesting to. Parang gusto ko malaman kung ano yung mangyayari dito sa AI for weather forecasting. Kasi syempre alam naman natin ngayon si AI, very sikat na sikat si AI, 'di ba? Kaya nga may ChatGPT, kaya merong mga ano ba ba, mga websites na gumagamit ng mga iba't ibang teknolohiya ng technology ng AI para mag-generate ng iba't ibang nagka-issue pa nga 'yan dahil sa pati daw yung artwork na AI na rin. So nagreklamo yung mga artist. But anyway, I guess itong paggamit ng AI for weather forecasting, maganda to kasi mape-predict mo na ng mas accurate base dun sa impormasyon na pumapasok sa artificial intelligence. And dahil artificial intelligence nga, self improving. Um, mas magiging accurate yung pagpe-predict ng pag-asa ng ating weather. So hindi na pag sinabi ng pag-asa na signal number 2, mga totoong signal number 2 na talaga. 'Di ba? Kapag may sinabing percentage, kung sinabing there's a 25% chance of rain, baka totoong nangyayari na talaga siya, 25% chance of rain talaga. 'Di ba? Hindi na siya imbento, hindi na siya kwentong barbero, 'di ba? So, I guess that's a good thing. That's a good development. Lalo, importante yan para sa ating disaster risk reduction and mitigation. Yung AI for weather forecasting. Parang di na tayo nagugulat, di ba? Hindi na maulit yung mga nangyari tulad ng sa Yolanda. Nagulat tayo, biglang lumakas yung bagyo. Ang daming namatay, libo-libo. So, this is a good development. Itong renewable energy, na-mention na yan ni Presidente kanina, this relates to micro-modular nuclear reactors. So, ito na yung mga nuclear power plant na maliliit lang. Pero dito ako na-curious, dito sa pharmaceutical and healthcare. Meron palang ganito, no? I was not aware, hindi ko alam na ang healthcare pala natin sa Pilipinas ay malaki. Malaki palang healthcare industry natin sa Pilipinas. So, this is a good development. And lalo nung sinabi niya yung sa cancer. I think that's for cancer research at cancer care. We need this. Second killer yata yan, if I'm not mistaken. Number 1, heart disease. Pangalawa, cancers. So that's the next killer ng when it comes to sa ating kalusugan. So sa cancer, we really need that. Ang ating cancer care ay hindi ganong aganda. So kung may improve nitong $20 million na to, edi why not? Pero ito talaga breakthrough itong telecommunications. Ang maikinabang na sobra-sobra dito, and I think ang magpapasok talaga nito ay ang DICT. So, itayin natin ang updates ng DICT dyan. President Marcos also secured significant commitments in technological advancements across key priority sectors in the Philippines, which include the deployment of the 2 internet micro-geo satellites dedicated to the Philippines. So, dalawa pala siya. The president also received technology-related commitments, particular in the developments of Asia's largest AI-driven weather forecasting program for the Philippines, and bolstering the country's resilience against climate change through the agreement between the DOST at ang ATMO. So, maganda naman pala yung naiuwi ni Pangulo. Ito, oncology sa cancer. Ayan. Specialty Oncology Hospital. Nice! Also, among the commitments concluded during President Marcos's APEC participation is the Philippines' inaugural Specialty Oncology Hospital that will enhance service efficiency and accessibility for Filipino patients seeking cancer care, which was a subject of an agreement between Ayala Corporation Health and Varian Medical System. So, hospital pala yun. Hospital pala yung gagawin, pero specific. Special for cancer care. Okay ito Imagine lahat ng specialista sa cancer nasa isang ospital lang. Maganda. Moreover, the US FDA-approved manufacturing facility, so tungkol naman to sa gamot. Ayan. Tungkol sa gamot yan. FDA-approved manufacturing facility in the Philippines through Lloyd Laboratories and DifGen. Ito yung nuclear reactor. Yan. First phase. Meralco naman ang kapartner dito. Additional investments of $1 billion for semiconductors. $1 billion for the semiconductor industry is also up for discussion with US companies. The Philippines and the US have also agreed to work towards strengthening the Philippine semiconductor supply chain. So mukhang tatanggalin na sa China Ililipat nyo na ba yan sa Pilipinas, yung mga negosyo sa China? Galit ang mga Chino niyan. But anyway, so this is a good development. I think it's a good development. Kung di kayo happy, edi bitter lang kayo. Bitter lang kayo kung di kayo happy. So, I guess this is a good development for the Philippines. And I hope na matuloy talaga yan. Kasi maraming trabaho ipapasok yan, mga kutsero. Sobrang daming trabaho ipapasok yan. At ito na rin siguro hiling natin sa Kongreso, no? At sa Presidente na rin kay Mr. President Bongbong Marcos. Baka naman pwede na rin natin amyendahan ang ating constitution. Di pa amyendahan. Baka pwede na rin nating magkaroon ng charter change, di ba? Kahit doon lang sa economic provisions, yun lang muna, umpisahan na natin doon para nakakainganyo talagang pumasok ang mga negosyante sa Pilipinas. Hindi yung mag-iisip pa sila kasi kailangan namin maipag-partner sa mga oligarko dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? So, sana po, Mr. President, no? Let's truly liberate and let's give true liberation sa ating sa economic front dito sa ating bansa by amending the Constitution diyan sa 60-40 provision ng ating 1987 Constitution. Baka lang naman, no? Baka pwede na ho nating gawin kasi ang dami na nakaka-interest na mag-invest. So hopefully mangyari po yan, Mr. President. So mga kutsero, ganito na lang po muna tayo, okay? Sa ating video for today. Okay? Huwag niyo pong kalimutan mag-like, share, and subscribe sa Coach Jarret YouTube channel. Huwag niyo rin po kalimutan i-follow tayo sa ating Facebook page para ma-update kayo sa mga galawan ko at mga gawain ko sa araw-araw. At magkita-kita po tayo sa ating next Coach Jarret Live. Bye everyone. See you next time. Bye!